Have you ever sat down to make a card and then you just didn't know where to begin? If so, today's technique is a lovely one you're going to want to try. I'm going to be using my Brusho powders to create beautiful, soft watercolor backgrounds for my cards. I know many of you have Brusho powders or something similar, and this is a fun way that I've been using my powders recently. This is a really relaxing technique and the results are beautiful. So without further ado, let's start stamping. I have been having a play, and here are the Brusho powders that I have pulled out of my stash. Brusho Crystal Color that Stampin' Up! Used to sell. And along with these, I have some water. I've also learned a really cool trick, putting water in one of these condiment containers from the dollar store so I can just squeeze out more water when I need it. I have a piece of basic white cardstock, and then I have pulled in a variety of retired Stampin' Up! Sets. I'm not sure what all I'm going to be doing today because I'm winging it. So, Butterfly Brilliance, Simply Fabulous, Nature's Prince, Quiet Meadow. I have French Foliage, Notes of Nature, Fairy Versailles, and Tasteful Touches. So I just went through my stamps, just pulled some out randomly, some of my favorites, and I'm just gonna have a play. So be careful when you have water because cats like to walk on my desk and spill water on my pieces of paraphernalia. So keep that in mind if you have cats. Okay, we're gonna move that over there. All right, I've been seeing a lot of fun ways to use pigment powders like this. And of course, I've used them myself in the past, and I'm pulling them out again because I have them, and we should be using our things, right? Don't you think? Excuse me while I put some ink pads aside here. Okay, so what am I going to do first? I'm going to use my butterflies from Butterfly Brilliance, and I'm going to start with, I'm going to just sprinkle some of the yellow powder right onto my clear glass mat. You can use a silicone mat. And what's this one? Gamboge? Sure, let's put some of that on. And I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna do them all. So that's the red. This is the blue and mossy green. Now, one thing I learned when I was starting to play around with these again the other day, I probably knew it and forgot about it. But when you spritz on this, you got to be careful because it's going to go everywhere. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use an ink dropper with my water. And if you don't have an ink dropper, you can also use your aqua painters. And all I'm going to do is take the top off and just put a drop on each little pile of powder. Okay. And then I'm just going to mix them together. I'm going to clean this off before I go into the red, otherwise I'll be making oranges and purples and all kinds. Okay. And these will blend into different colors as I stamp with them. You can create beautiful backgrounds with these too. So I don't know how long this video is going to be because I think I might really get crazy and have fun playing. So let's grab the big butterfly first. And I am simply going to put my butterfly right into that powder and press it down so you get a nice watercolor look. I'm not going to clean my stamp. I'm just going to do it again. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. I think I actually need some more water. So let's just put another daub down there. That might be too much water. Just work that in. Okay, so I'm just kind of going in the middle of the yellow and the red, and then I'm going over on each side of the wing back into the colors. See? Oh my gosh. I haven't even gotten into the greens or the purples yet. And I'm probably completely off the camera, am I? Let's move things over here. I'm sort of thinking of keeping the butterflies just in this color range for this particular paper. Oh my gosh, look, isn't that pretty? Okay, let's pull in some other butterflies. I'm just gonna clean that off. And let's go in with this one. Almost fits on that block. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna add a bit more water to the red and the blue, and I think what I'll do is just continue on exactly what I've just been doing, but work my way down the colors. Okay. Snap down, move over, move over. Oh, love it. So now we're getting some purples. Whoops. Okay, well, let's see what that gives us. Ooh, got some green in there. Let's do that again. Where am I going to squeeze this guy in? I think this guy needs his own piece of paper. So I have some scrap paper here, so let's just stamp him right on there. Let's do some more this butterfly. We've got room for one more butterfly on here. There, now I can die cut those and use those for another project. All right, now then, I think I'm going to pull in Tasteful Touches and use this image right here just to fill in some of the gaps around the butterflies. And because we have some greens on here, I actually do have an eyedropper, so I'm going to squeeze out some water. And it's going to pick up some of these other colors too, and I'm okay with that. Oh my gosh. Going in different directions. Oops. What a fun way to use our Brusho powders. This reminds me actually quite a bit of the baby wipe technique, where you get the multiple colors and you just keep stamping and stamping. I don't know if I can squeeze this in without going, well, we'll overlap a little bit. There we go. All right. This is going to be a really cool one sheet wonder. And we still have lots of color on here, so I'm just gonna keep adding water and see what happens. Now I'm gonna pull out Quiet Meadow and use these splatters. A lot of these stamp sets have splatters, but I'm gonna go ahead and use these ones and just fill in those gaps a little bit. Like here. Oh, that's gonna be a cool look. Here. This is so much fun. And imagine doing this with, you know, all kinds of images. You could use fish, you could use leaves, you could do it with sentiment stamps, and the sky is really the limit. Let's just do a little bit there and do a little bit here. Okay, oh, we need a little bit here too. So that's what we have right now. I'm gonna put a little bit right there too. Ooh, that was nice and dark. So that was a pretty fast background. Now, you know me, I don't like to waste anything. So I have all this color still in here. So I'm actually going to give it a better spritz of water. And I have just a piece of basic white cardstock from my stash. And I'm just going to put it right on and soak up that color and use that as a background. And I'll probably need another piece of paper because there's more ink there. How fun is that? Okay, and here's a piece of fairy vanilla. So there's not, oops, some powder specks on there. Oh well, that's all right. We can cover those up as need be with sentiments or embellishments. So that one, there's not a lot of color, but there's some, and I may pick up some color later with as we play around, but that's pretty cool, right? Okay, I'm bringing this one back in, and I'm going to use this stamp, which is from Quiet Meadow, the text, and I'm going to stamp it randomly with black memento. Stamp right on top. So I'm guessing I'm making landscape cards. If I want the words all to go, you know, straight up and down, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just stamping right on top. And I'm just going to go back to the Tasteful Touches and use this one. And I think I'm going to use Crumb Cake, or do I want Basic Gray? Decisions. We'll go with Crumb Cake. And again, I'm just going to fill in the areas. Moving my stamp around all different directions. I think that's good. Maybe a little bit right here. Now I'm going to bring in this image from Notes of Nature. Oh my gosh. So much fun to play with all of these stamps. And what color do I want to use for this one? I'm going to go with Smoky Slate. And then I think I might be done with this background. So we'll put it here. And I'll put one here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this up into 4 pieces for my cards. So I'm going to cut down at 4. Which way do I want to go for this one? Go that way. 4. I can save that for something else. I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. And again, 5 1/4. So all my panels measure 5 by 4 1/4. Or sorry, 4 by 5 1/4. And look at these pretty panels. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's sponge around the edges. I'm gonna do that with early espresso. So if you needed to make a lot of cards, as you know, or will probably know, one-sheet wonders are perfect for mass producing. And that's essentially what these are. And you don't have to sponge the edges. I just like to. You could also run these pieces through an embossing folder. You could stencil on top of these. You could use your texture paste on top of these. But I think for today's video, I'll just keep this more on the simple side. And then I'll come back and share more videos with you, expanding on the different ideas that I'm thinking about right now. I'm just going to get my card bases, glue these on, add an embellishment and a sentiment, and then they're done. Should I run one through an embossing folder maybe? Maybe I should. I think I should. Oh my gosh, I'm so pleased with those. I've decided I'm going to run this piece through the painted texture embossing folder. Okay. I think what I'm going to do next actually is take this ink and lightly go on top so you can see where that embossing is. Just want to do it subtly. Might need some more ink on here. I'm not sure. I don't think. Oh no. I'm pressing a little hard, so I'm getting the ink on the background too. And that's what that looks like. I think that looks really cool and vintagey. But honestly, for today's cards, I think I'm preferring the white background. But that's still pretty cool too. Okay, let's make some cards. All right, I am going through my stash of card bases. And I think I'm just going to pull them out. Or flip through them, I should say. And then figure out which ones I want to use. Go with crumb cake maybe for this one, or do we want mossy meadow? Or do we want, I don't know, hang on, I'm thinking the darker color kind of pulls out the red. Then we got one more, and see, this goes with so many colors. So many colors. What else we got in here? Oh, this purple I think would look really good. Because we've got some purple going on there. Let's see. Yeah, that's a weird shape, isn't it? Or it's an odd size. And actually, I decided I don't care for the purple. I actually changed my mind on that one. And I have lots of other colors that I can choose from, but I want to stick with using what's in my stash. So we're going to go with the mossy meadow. Alright, so these are all on their card bases now. Love, love, love. So quick and easy. And I'm going to show you the paper I generally use on the inside of my cards. I know if you've been following me for a long time, you know I put computer paper on the inside. Unless it's a super fancy card, then I'll, use my basic heavier white cardstock. But my girlfriend Deborah mentioned to me about the high performance printing paper. It's Xerox, and it's got a beautiful finish. It's a much smoother, clean finish. So that's what I've been using for the inside of my cards. Okay. So I just cut them to measure 4 by 5 1/4, and then I have a nice big stack to use when I want them. And I like to just put a little bit of adhesive along the top. And the reason for that is if somebody wants to recycle my cards, they can just tear this piece off easily and then put something different on the inside and then pass this along if they choose to. All right, I have my papers on the inside of the cards. Now it's time for the sentiments. Now I have a bunch of sentiments left over from different stamps, different die cuts, paper ephemera from Stampin' Up, as well as sentiments from my Serene Sentiment sheets. So if you subscribe to my newsletters, you'll have gotten these, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you can get your free download of these. This one's nice. Our friendship is a thing of beauty. Might do that one. What else have we got here? Let's just see. You are amazing in every single way. What else? There's so many in here. Well, maybe I'll just use this thank you. Why not? I need to organize those according to the occasion. What's on the back of this one? Okay, we're not going to use happy hour on these. So we have 4. So let's see which ones I want to put on where. I don't think I can go wrong, really. They're gonna look good no matter what. I'm missing one. Where'd the other one go? There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna trim this up a little bit. I am really trying to have more embellishments pre-stamped and die cut, and I know I showed that in my last video with the masterboard cards, maybe even for the masterboard video too, I'm not sure, but it's just making it so fast and easy to make a card. Okay, do I want this one here? Well, I'm overthinking it because, again, I think it's gonna look good no matter what I do. So I'm just gonna put these on with some dimensionals. Oh, look, that actually looks like it's been stamped with mossy metal, and I think it's stamped on shimmery white, or maybe I put some clear Wink of Stella on and then stamped the sentiment because it is shiny. So let's grab my sentiments. Now here's some adhesive strips that I've already pre-cut that I'm going to use for this long one. And you could pop up some embellishments like some extra butterflies. Maybe I'll do that too. Wait a minute. I'm going to sponge these since I've sponged the edges around the other ones. Just do a light little sponging. Okay. This is the one that went through the embossing folder. Okay. And then grateful for you. And I am grateful for you. If you are watching my video I am darn grateful for you. And I hope you just get lots of inspiration today and pull out your Brusho powders if you have them and have some fun. Okay, stick that right out there. It's amazing how just a little sponging around an edge of a piece just transforms it. This one's a tricky licky one to get into all the little grooves, and I got a little bit more ink on there than I wanted to, but we'll just pretend that was the plan. There's adhesive, sticky adhesive on here like glue, so I think I had this on a project and then changed my mind. I think I need a little mini dimensional. Maybe we'll just trim some of this edge up like that. Okay. Yep, got them all. Where shall we put this one? There's a weird little ink spot there, so I'm gonna put it right there. And then the last one. That's already got a strip on it. Do we want to put this one up here maybe? Just for something different? Oh, I didn't sponge that. I want to sponge that one. Hang on. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. I'm not convinced I want this here though. Oh my gosh. But I don't want to cover this up either. I don't want to cover this up. It's going right back where I just took it off. Oh my word. I'm struggling with this one. Oh, I'm gonna put it right here. Wasn't gonna cover up that butterfly, but I do like it there, I must say. Okay. Now, speaking of butterflies, I'm gonna pull out some of my die cut butterflies because I know I definitely want one on this card. Now, of course, you could do the technique that I used today for the background and die cut that and put that on your card, but I already have a whole whack of butterflies here. However, I don't know if I want a solid colored butterfly on these. Yes, I do. That looks pretty. It pulls in all the color. I'm gonna put it right there. So now you can see how different that looks if you use the embossing folder and then add on an embellishment like that butterfly, or if you just want to keep them simple and just add your sentiment. What do you think? Very, very fun. And I think I'm going to add some embellishments to these cards as well. So I'm just looking through my stash of embellishments. I might even just go with the basic rhinestones because you can never go wrong with those. But let's just see what pickles my fancy here. So I've come across these. There's all different colors in them. So I think we're just going to go with that. I think it's a little bit of an assortment. Nope, they're from the same original set, I think. So let's go with kind of these yellowy ones. So pretty. There's a lot of pinks on this one and the blues. I think I'm going to go with the pinks. Just adds a little something something, right? And then this one, I'll go with these greeny ones. I think I'm going to put a couple extras on this one. Nice. What shall we do for this one? Let's do something different for these. So I found some red gems. I'm going to use those. I think these need to be closer together. This was such a fun background to make using the Brusho powders. And yes, it's just like the baby wipe technique without the baby wipe. And a little goes a long way. And I just love how simple these are, adding a little extra stamping, the sentiments, and of course, if you wanted to include an embossing folder and an embellishment on your card, boy, you can just really go to town with how you want to either keep these simple or stepped up. I'm going to keep stamping and filming and playing with my Brusho powders, but I will save that for my next video. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that little bell so you're notified when I upload my new videos. And until next time, my friends, take care and happy stamping.